Haribo to all my brothers and my sisters, and welcome back to Astral Motivation. Today we're going to be talking about September 2023. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to Astral Motivation. Here we talk all Vedic astrology and all Vedic lifestyle. So if you're into any of those things, definitely hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you never miss any of the nectar. All right, guys, let's talk about this super transformative September 2023 because I got the tea for you guys. Let's see what we have in store this upcoming month.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Alrighty, my lovely brothers and sisters, and remember that if you would like to see your personal horoscope for this upcoming month, as well as a tarot reading, definitely check out my Patreon where you will get the exclusive content on time. Alrighty, guys, so let's talk about September 2023 because we gotta do some recap here. September 23 is coming on hot, and of course, August was not an easy month. So let's do a little recap on August 2023. We had Venus retrograding. We also had Mercury retrograding. And it's been a very powerful time. We had 2 full moons in 1 month. We had a very powerful new moon, and as well as the closure of Purushottram month, which is a very holy month. So August was very powerful, guys, and I'm sure that you guys are still feeling the electrifying energy of August. August really brought a lot of change and a lot of transformation. Now, I'm not going to say that it was amazing for everybody. It could have been extremely karmic for everybody, but the good karma and the bad karma were both served in August. Now, August really made us thought about our own personal needs, what it is that we want, how it is that we nurture ourselves and others, and how it is that we nurture those things that we really love. And in our relationships, are we being heard? In our relationships, are we feeling fulfilled? Are we getting the emotional needs met at this time? And are we having a conversation, and is our communication powerful to express our truth, to express our authenticity? It's been a very, very delicate month, guys. And I want you guys to just take a moment to give yourself some grace because it has not been easy transits. There's a lot of transformation happening within us at this time, and it's really churning the milk ocean of our bodies, of ourselves. And when we churn this ocean, when we're doing the spiritual practices, when we're doing the purification, when we're, working with the planets, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come up from, fears, insecurities, resentments, poisonous things that are toxic for ourselves and our relationships. And sometimes it could be difficult to handle these things. Sometimes it could be difficult for us to see the truth and for us to see ourselves and the result of our labor, of our fruits, the fruits of our labor. So August was a very transformative time that made us really, before we keep moving forward, are your desires truly in line? Are they really fulfilling your emotional needs? Are you ready to go to the next level of your life? We're trying to initiate you to a new level of your life. Are you really being authentic, shining your true light? Are you allowing for your talents to really be seen? Are you allowing for yourself to really be seen? So all these things have been coming up in August for us, and it's been powerful. It's been really, really powerful. So wherever it is that you are, if you've gone through a very tough time, understand that you're going through the purification. And if you would like to have a reading with me so that we can go deep into understanding your purpose, your natal chart, and what is the karmas that you have, and how is it that you can transform your life, your love life, your career, your money life, whatever it is, definitely have a reading with me. Check out the description here below and book a reading with me, and let's get it into alignment. All right, guys, now let's talk about September energies because this is now the time that we're going to wrap it up, okay? September is the closure and the finalization that we need to do around what started back at the end of July. So there's a lot of finishing up the last bits of the work that we need to get done, closing up the last bits of things we need to close up, finish up, conclude, and bring together is this month. But I do want to say September, because we're now dealing with Virgo. We're dealing with Pisces. The sun is going to go into Virgo. We're in this axis of Pisces and Virgo. This is a very powerful axis that deals with our karma and the reason why we keep reincarnating. And so usually, and I'm sure you guys can see throughout history, Septembers are usually really intense, like 9/11, like these things that September really brings a lot of cleaning of our karmas and wrapping up some sort of left undone karmas that we need to get through collectively and personally. So just getting you guys ready. What is the best ways we can approach it? We're going to go deep into that right now. We're going to see the astrological transits that are going to be happening this upcoming September. So let me just pull the chart here for you guys so that we're able to see it. 1 second. Okay. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, guys, now here we go. So this is the chart that we are having for this upcoming September 2023. And it's going to be a very powerful, powerful month. So first and foremost, let's start with the transits that we're going to be experiencing this upcoming September. And for the 4th of September, we're going to be having Venus finally moving direct, guys. Finally moving direct. So exciting. And I highly suggest that you go check out my Venus video of Venus retrograde, because there you are going to be able to kind of finish and conclude what it is, the lessons that you have learned around Venus retrograde and how is it that we can integrate it fully. So watching that will really help you in integration of it all. Now, when Venus moves direct, she's going to be moving direct on the 18th degrees of Cancer. So Venus here, she's finally going to be moving direct, and Venus right now is going to be during the whole month of September in Cancer, in Ashleisha. She just changed course, therefore she is very slow in getting her pace back up, moving direct. So she's going to be moving very slow. She's only going to move 10 degrees during the whole month of September. So we are still having a lot of energy of Venus in Cancer. The theme of Venus in Cancer continues, guys, through the whole month of September. And what is the theme of Venus in Cancer? Venus in Cancer is about finding our emotional fulfillment, our emotional security, and to find and nurture ourselves, to give ourselves what it is that we need to grow, to nurture, to overcome. This is a time of emotional maturity that is happening in our lives. And so if there's any pettiness or any emotional immaturities that we keep holding on to, this could be a time where Venus has really been showing you that this is not working in your favor. Things that have to do with home and living with somebody. Also, things that have to do in your partnerships. Venus is all about relationships and money. And so when Venus moves direct, you will finally start to feel like your relationships are moving along a lot better. But do not forget what it is that Venus was showing you during Venus retrograde. Because Venus is here not to just ruin our lives, okay, guys? It's not to ruin our lives. Venus is here to show us what it is that you're not seeing in your relationships, what it is that you keep putting under the carpet and you don't want to deal with, that you keep pretending that it's okay, but it's not, and that it actually has to do with your emotional fulfillment. For those of you who are single, then this Venus in Cancer retrograde really showed you and is trying to show you what it is that you definitely need in a partnership. what it is that you truly need for emotional fulfillment. So a lot of the single people could have gone through a lot of changes around their values, what it is that they need in a relationship. They could have dealt with a lot of lovers from the past that could have come back to finally close a chapter on those things and to finally release the karmic knots so that we're able to move forward into a better relationship. When it comes to our money, we are also going to be more grounded, and we're going to make better decisions around money. Now you have the green light to go and buy those expensive things because you took the whole Venus retrograde to really analyze, to really learn, to really see your options of how you can spend this money. So now that Venus moves forward, you are in the clear to make those more expensive purchases. But remember, you still have to try to contain yourself from buying something just because of emotionality. Okay, we need that groundedness. So Venus finally is going to move direct. That's going to be a fantastic news, and it's going to be a major relief for my Tauruses and for my Libras and for anybody who has a very strong Venus placement. You guys are going to be able to start feeling a lot happier and feeling that sense of fulfillment and desire once again. Now, on September 5th, interestingly enough, right after Venus goes direct, we are going to be having Jupiter moving retrograde. Jupiter is going to start to move retrograde, and that is going to be the major event of this upcoming September. So the major event of this upcoming September is that Jupiter is going to be moving retrograde. So Jupiter is the grand benefic. Everything that Jupiter touches expands, is blessed. He's the guru, okay? He's the guru of the planets. So he's a great benefic, and he's always bringing a lot of goodness in our lives. So what does it mean when Jupiter goes retrograde? Jupiter is going to be going retrograde at 21 degrees of Aries in Bharani Nakshatra. Okay, so when Jupiter goes retrograde, this is actually not that bad of a transit if you know how to manage it in your favor. So Jupiter wants to give us opportunities, wants to give us the expansions that we need, and it also wants to give us the wisdom to make the right choices. And right now, Jupiter transiting in Aries is beginning a new cycle in our lives. Right? Jupiter now is at this starting point of Aries, wants you to initiate something in your life, wants you to be courageous enough to go for it, wants you to just start taking action into something that you're ready to start taking action on. It wants you to start reinventing your identity, reinventing your persona, reinventing your image and who you think you are, and to bring a wisdom, to bring more wisdom in your personality. That you are no longer this immature person, you are growing and growing and growing at this time. And whenever we take risks and whenever we decide to choose ourselves in this moment and like really exercise our independence, Jupiter is going to bless us. Now, Jupiter has been moving direct in the sign of Aries for quite some time. And wherever it is that Aries lies in your chart, whatever house that is where Jupiter is transiting at this time. And that is where Jupiter wants to bring you an expansion of this blessings of this house. So Jupiter, when it goes retrograde, is going to give us the time to become wiser. Because during this time that Jupiter has been in Aries, we could have missed some opportunities. We could have missed some opportunities of expansion. We could have maybe chickened out in taking that chance or that risk. And so Jupiter is going to give us the grace of retrograding. Now, when planets go retrograding, they become more internal. They deal now with our internal world. They're not dealing so much with the external circumstances of life. When they move direct, now we're working with the material, we're working with the external world. But when they're retrograde, there's a lot of integration to do. And so Jupiter wants you to integrate. What have you learned about missing these opportunities while I've been in Aries? What have you realized about your own identity that you're ready to overcome, that you're ready to make better, that maybe you're transforming your image, your reputation? What have you learned about this new beginning you want to create for yourself? And are you taking the right action towards it? Are you taking on the opportunities? So Jupiter is going to retrograde to give us the wisdom, the growth, the understanding, the inner standing of these opportunities in Aries, that by the time that Jupiter moves forward again, which will be in a couple of months, that is when we're going to feel extremely prepared to take on those opportunities that we could have missed in the past, especially when Jupiter was transiting in Aries. So Jupiter here is going to be the most important transit. Do your inner work, do your spiritual work is extremely important, because Jupiter, in retrograde, wants you to gain the wisdom, but you have to sit and do the work. Okay, you're not going to get the wisdom instantaneously. Actually, we might miss out on the wisdom if we don't take the action to sit with ourselves and do the spiritual practices. Listen to your guru, listen to your higher ups, listen to people who have more wisdom than you. Seek wisdom at this time in order for your inner growth to be exponential. So that is what we're having for September 5th for Jupiter retrograde. The also good thing is that Jupiter is going to be aspected by Mercury. So Mercury is going to be retrograde until the 15th, okay? Now, with this, we are getting some good energy to bring that wisdom into our intelligence. And that even though we're going through so many redos and reanalyzing and recalibrating our perception with Mercury retrograde, Jupiter will give us the wisdom at this time with that trine that we're going to be having. So that's going to be a great aspect for us. Now, on September 7th, we're going to be having the conjunction between Sun and Mercury in 19 degrees of Leo. Okay, that is going to be happening right here. We are having this conjunction with the Sun and Mercury. And when we have this conjunction with the Sun, this is what we call a combust. So Sun here, Mercury here, this is going to be a time during the 7th of September, I will say, guys, be very, very patient. Not only is Mercury retrograding, so we are not so adept in our minds and in our intelligence, we're a little bit more slow. We need to honor that. But we're also going to have it combust with the Sun burning it. So this is going to be a day where we are not thinking straight. Don't make major life-changing decisions during September 7th or close to September 7th. Really wait it out, because there's going to be this mental confusion, this anxiety, this restlessness is going to come up. And because it is in the sign of Leo, it's going to make it really now or never energy. Leo wants things now. Leo has a hard time understanding the timing of life. And so you guys need to be careful with these energies during September 7th. Our pride can be extremely high. Our communication can be very arrogant and prideful. We're not thinking straight. We're reacting more than, responding. And this can get us into a little bit of trouble, guys. So this is my warning for this month is September 7th and close to September 7th. Our minds are not working that well. We're going to have this retrograde. We're going to have also this combustion. So be very cautious with your communication during this time, because there could be fights. There could be some, egotistical fights, power struggles, and things like this. So be very cautious for this upcoming September 7th when we're going to have this at its peak, okay? Then on September 15th, we are going to be having the new moon, and this new moon is going to be happening in the sign of Leo. So we will be having the moon coming here, and we're going to be having a beautiful new moon in the sign of Leo. I'm going to be doing a video specifically for this new moon, so definitely subscribe and hit the notifications bell so that you don't miss this video. But overall, this will give us a new beginning in matters of our own sense of creativity. So this could be a perfect time to begin a new creative project, a new leadership project, a new risk that you may want to take. But at this time, there should be a sense of renewal. in your ability to shine your light. Okay, so make sure that during this time, you again take your time. Mercury is also going to be moving forward the day after this new moon. And this new moon is going to be conjunct the sun. Okay, there is going to be some sort of conjunction between the new moon and Mercury retrograde, which is again helping us renew a sense of perception in our lives. Now, on September 16th, we're going to be having Mercury finally is going to be moving forward, guys. And oh my gosh, we were so ready for this because that double whammy of Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde was definitely intense. But finally, on September 16th, Mercury is going to be moving direct. And this is going to be very beneficial for us. By this time, we should really have a concrete plan, a vision, an understanding what my emotional needs are, how it is that I'm expressing myself. Am I allowing my full power to really shine through, or am I still playing my life small? Because this is what this whole Leo season is about. How it is that you are living your life so small and keeping yourself small. Or is there a relationship that keeps you small? This is the roar of the lion that wants to say, no, I am strong. I am ready to step into my full God-given power. And that is what this beautiful energy is all about. So by this time, Mercury should have already showed you, look, this is where you're giving your power away. This is where people are not respecting you. This is where you're not respecting yourself. This is where you are being arrogant, where you're being prideful, where you are not leading by the heart, where your leadership is failing, whatever it may be. Here, Mercury, or how it is that you're dimming your own light. So Mercury, by this time, by the 16th, you could already know, okay, I'm learning my lesson. I understand. This is where I'm dimming my own light, and this is where I'm dimming the light of others. And that is a time where you're going to be able to start moving forward with this new perception, this new you, this new way of shining your light, where you don't need to be arrogant, but you also don't need to, dim yourself. You're going to find a nice little midpoint where you're going to be able to really express what your authenticity is all about. And that's why I'm so excited for when Venus goes into Leo once again. We're going to start feeling the fruits of all this hard work that we've been doing. But by this time, on the 16th of September, Mercury moves direct and we start feeling really, really good. This is a time to also finish up what we have started, guys, especially because we are having Mars in Virgo during the whole month. Mars is going to be in Virgo during this whole month. And so Mars here is showing us that we are ready to take action. And in Virgo, it's like details. Let's get into the logistics of things. Let's get things done. Let's do it practically. So use this month to finish up the work. There is some unfinished business in many different forms for everybody that we need to conclude. And this is the month to conclude it, to finish it, to launch it, to get ready for the new beginning. So Mars here is giving us the energy to really make that happen. To wake up, get the routine going, do a list of the things you need to get done. Give yourself timing, give yourself breaks. Like, this is the time to tackle down all those miscellaneous tasks, finish everything you need to finish. Also, tackle down your health, your vitality, changing your diet, maybe changing the way that you are doing your daily life. This is a great time to become more efficient. That is what Mars in Virgo during this whole month of September wants to give us. Now, on September 17th, we are having the sun going into Virgo. So now we're getting into the Virgo season. This is looking really nice. We all love the Virgo season. And this is when we really, really start getting into the practicality of the things that we need to get done. So very, very nice month to really bring and finish the work that we need to finish. When the sun goes into Virgo, We want to focus on our routine. We want to focus on our health. We want to focus on the tasks at hand. We want to see how it is that we're spending our day. And are we being efficient? You know, like let's say during the Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and the Sun in Leo, you realize that you are ready to be the writer that you always wanted to be, that you are ready to say and claim this message that you have. And so when the Sun goes into Virgo, it's like, okay, well, how are we going to get that done? It has to be done daily. We have to write daily. This is going to be the time we're going to sit down and write so that we're able to execute it and finish it. So that is what this Sun in Virgo is bringing to us, the organization and the ability to execute this beautiful, shining light that we are. How it is that we're going to practically show this light, this talent, this skill to the world. Okay, that is what the Sun in Virgo is going to be, which is going to be a fantastic time. Great time to also do detoxes. Great time to change your health. Great time to change your diet. Great time to, do a juicing, a cleansing. All of this is a fantastic time when Sun goes into Virgo. And last but not least, on the 30th of September, we are having the full moon in Pisces in Uttarabhadra Nakshatra, which I will be doing a video exclusively for that full moon, guys. So make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss that video. But pretty much we are going to be having that beautiful energy of the full moon in Pisces. And Pisces is about our imaginations. This is also concluding that chapter and that cycle and the growth, the spiritual growth that we have done. So make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss that video. All right, guys. I mean, this is going to be a powerful, super powerful month that is going to bring a lot of happiness for us all. I'm really excited for it because August was a very difficult month, guys. And I would love to hear in the comments, how was August for you guys? How did you feel? What came up for you? And what it is that the plans are for this next upcoming September. All right, guys, as always, you guys know that I love to do a little Vedic Oracle for this upcoming month of September 2023. And we're going to do one. So I pulled some Ram Oracle. You guys know that I love the Ram Oracle. It's one of my favorites. Just to bring the presence of the divine here and see what it is that is going to bring us for this next upcoming September. And during this, I got the card of the Exile. And it says, in general, not favorable, as one goes through a time that appears to be unfair. So I feel this to be that karmic things that are going to be delivered, okay? Because it is Virgo season, it is in this axis. This is where we may be feeling ourselves victimized. We have to be cautious with this. That's the shadow of Virgo, going into this victimization. Why me? Why is this happening to me? But understanding that it is purification that is happening at this time. Now, the good news is that we do have the holy name here as well with this, and it says that blessings come on a difficult journey. So yes, it is a difficult journey. It could be a little tough one at this time, but blessings are going to come. The fact that we had the holy name chanting is going to be very powerful during this month of September for protection, okay? So let's now pull some general cards for this upcoming month of September 2023. September 2023. What do we have for this upcoming month of September 2023? September. Collective messages for September. All right. Very good. Ooh, I like this. So it seems like before September or going into September, we are having this energy of partnerships and alliances, kind of like not feeling it like you are, like you're kind of reevaluating your alliances, your partnerships. There could be some changes happening in the alliances and partnerships. There could also be some changes in what you are willing to put effort on. And you could become a little bit more selective of where it is that you're going to be putting your effort, or where you're going to be putting that, I'm going to work on this mode. It could be in certain relationships. It could be at job, at work, with certain tasks or certain creative projects that you may have. Now, I also see that you may be changing the way that you work with others at the same time. You're realizing maybe that There's some people you don't really want to work with, and that you are being more selective of your associations at this time. And as some leave, some other people are coming in as well to be potential people for you to collaborate with, potential people for you to actually do some sort of project with. Okay, some of you guys are also understanding that you don't want to give your time and energy and effort to something that is just not going to work. So you're becoming very selective with your energies and who you're giving them to. That's a great lesson. Now, this month of September, we are overcoming temptations. And I see this to be very linked with the Venus in this nakshatra Ashlisha during the whole month of September. Ashlisha has to do a lot with temptation, wanting to tempt but not to be tempted. And if you want to learn more about that, definitely check out the Venus retrograde video where I talk more about that. But pretty much, there's this energy where we're overcoming old temptations from the past. It could have been self-sabotaging temptations, or a relationship that is toxic that tempted you, or not changing your job because the money is tempting, or things like this. You're starting to overcome this toxicity. You're also overcoming addictions, obsessions, overcoming this distorted attachments that we get sometimes with people, or we get sometimes with certain ideas or things, And in the spiritual path, what we're realizing is that it is better to do your duty without expectations. And that is something that the Gita always is teaching us is, yes, we all have to work. Yes, we all have duty. Yes, we all have to do this. We are all in this material world. But when you are doing something to exploit it with the hidden intention of wanting to exploit, like, oh, I want this job because I want to, get the connections and get a lot of money and, all these things. And it's selfish and a very subtle nature. But we are overcoming this. And that's very good. That's extremely powerful if we're able to overcome this at this time, so that we no longer are feeling bound by these things, but we're liberating ourselves from these temptations and claiming our power back. And that is very powerful, and it leads us into the solar plexus. This is a month to work on your solar plexus, especially when the sun is in Leo. This is a very powerful sun that is really trying to help you shine your truest light. So work on your solar plexus, work on enhancing your solar plexus. Wearing color yellow, especially on Thursdays, is very powerful. And this could really help on the solar plexus energy. Check out the videos in my channel also for the chakras that will tell you how it is that you can bring healing and balance to all of that. But this is a time for us to focus on that personal power that the chakras want to show us, okay? Integrate what you've learned. Integrate what you have seen in August. Integrate everything that has happened, and this is going to help so much in your evolution at this time, okay? Now, some other cards here for surrendering. What is the best thing to surrender this upcoming September? What is the best thing we can collectively surrender during this September 2023? And we have, kind of want to give you these two. Surrender frustration. I like this. This is the month to release all those frustrations. What is frustrating you? Frustrating you, frustrating you. Time to release these frustrations, because frustrations don't open any doors, okay? The key to resolving a dilemma and dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly, okay? And surrender to silence. Maybe this is why the Mercury retrograde is happening. It's like, shh, just be in silence. Listen to that inner higher self. In the silence, you're going to be able to find this. In quiet meditation and contemplation, let go and enter into the stillness. The spiritual practices that I was telling is very important so that we're able to integrate all these things that have recently been happening in our lives. Now, I do want to pull a little yogi card, like for all our beautiful yogis, how it is that we can bring that union, okay, for this upcoming September 2023, September, collective message September. Sita. I love Sita. So here is about devotion. And this has to do a lot with that Piscean energy, which is the perfect opposite of Virgo. It's asking about devotion, finding your true devotion and devote yourself with love. And if, for example, it's a relationship and you're feeling kind of like, yeah, I wish I can devote myself fully to this relationship, but I just feel like I have to take care of myself. I can't trust it. I can't, like, this is showing you what do you really want to be devoted to? And living life without devotion is not living. Having a relationship without devotion is not a relationship. You're not going to get that juiciness. The juice is in the devotion, devoting yourself to a call, to a cause, to a relationship, to a partner, and the best one, devoting yourself to God. These things really bring a lot of happiness and joy in our life. So life is really calling for us to go into these energies of devotion and love. Okay? And last but not least, I do want to give you guys a little self-care for this upcoming September. And remember, if you would like to check your horoscopes, taroscopes for this next upcoming September, definitely join my Patreon for the exclusive content where you will get not only the horoscopes, monthly horoscopes for your sun, moon, air, ascendant, but you're also going to be able to do rituals and workshops of the full moon and new moon as well. Let's see what do we have for my beautiful subscribers here, for all Astral Motivation community. What is the best self-care for September? Drink tea. Yes, please. I'm already drinking my tea too. Very important. And massage. Yes, a nice massage for everybody. Everybody deserves a massage. Alrighty, everybody, my brothers and my sisters, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all your support, and thank you so much for your likes, your comments. I truly, truly appreciate it, and it does help the channel so much. Really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any nectar. And I'll be seeing you very, very soon. And I hope you guys have a beautiful September 2023.